so many people stealing. So many people stealing. Streaming. Yeah, streaming. It's still stealing. They're not paying for what they're getting it free. It's stealing.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So what you heard was the voice of retired, legendary, Hall of Fame, former pound-for-pound king, 5-division world champion, former pay-per-view king, the man known as Money, Floyd Money Mayweather Jr., turned promoter and founder of Mayweather Promotions. Floyd Mayweather retired undefeated, 50-0. Floyd Mayweather holds 4 of the highest pay-per-view records in the history of the sport of boxing overall. With that said, there has been a lot of speculation for his biggest star under his promotional banner, Mayweather Promotions, an undefeated 3-division world champion, superstar boxer, who is now 26 wins, no loss, no draws, 24 wins by way of knockout. He's 27 years of age, standing 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. That being none other than Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis, he fought Isaac Cruz this past Saturdays ago in Los Angeles, California at the Staples Center. Now, what we know is that the Staples Center was sold out. It was no room, standing room only. It was star-studded event. But what everybody wanted to know is how did the pay-per-view goes. Now, remember, Isaac Cruz was coming into this fight 22 wins, 1 loss, and a draw. 15 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, standing 5'3" with a 63-inch arm reach. Okay, he was a replacement for undefeated WBA interim champion, who is also a Mayweather Promotions fighter, who's 14-0, no loss and no draws, 12 wins by way of knockout, 27 years of age, stands at 5'8" with a 69-inch arm reach, Rolando Rolly Romero. That was supposed to be the initial opponent for Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, he's not the biggest name in the sport of boxing, in the division, or around the division for that matter. But Rolando Rolly Romero is entertaining, okay? He can promote and sell a fight, okay? He has a ability to talk up a fight. He has the ability to, promote a fight. He has the ability to get people to believe that he can do what he says he's going to do. Although many people, he's 26, Rolando Rolly Romero, 26. But with that said, he has 12 knockouts. He's a mouthpiece. He can promote fights. He can sell a fight, okay? But this was his biggest step up, obviously. It was a pay-per-view event, and most people didn't deem him worthy of being on pay-per-view, okay? But Rolly, he had some serious allegations alleged against him, which saw him have to be removed from the fight and Isaac Cruz be asserted in. Again, many people were unhappy with the choice of going with Isaac Pitbull Cruz over the landscape. And the reason I say the landscape is because Gervonta Tank Davis is being promoted as the biggest star in the sport of boxing, junior welterweight on down, as many people believe he is. Okay, he's for sure a superstar. He sells out. He sells out arenas. He sold out in Atlanta. He sold out in LA. He sells out everywhere he goes. But the question is, do he sell out in people's homes? Is he becoming a household name? Is he gravitating to the casual boxing fans? Okay, or dare I say, the casual boxing fans gravitating towards him? He's exciting. Okay, he came into this fight with 25 wins and 24 wins by way of knockout. So he's knocking all his opponents out. He's very exciting. He's a southpaw. Okay, but he's not a big talker. Okay. And Mayweather CEO Leonard Ellerbe, he lets the world know that Gervonta Tank Davis is a pay-per-view star. He's a cash cow, okay? And so now he fights Isaac Cruz, which they did on a Sunday following undefeated WBC lightweight world champion superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney, who is now 27 wins, no loss, no draws, 15 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, and 5'8" with a 72-inch arm reach. He took on former IBF super featherweight world champion Mexican superstar boxer Joseph Jojo Diaz in Las Vegas, Nevada at the MGM Grand Garden Arena that Saturday. So Devin Haney fought December 4th. Gervonta Tank Davis fought December 5th in Los Angeles, okay? Now, he was competing with the NFL, which is the biggest sport in the United States, okay? Hands down, it's not even close. So Gervonta Tank Davis was competing with the NFL. He was competing with Devin Haney, okay? And so with that said, the choice of opponents matters, okay? Why does it matter? Because the interest level. You want to see, he has the pick of the litter, okay? Because everybody wants to raise their hand to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, okay? From 140 on down to 130. He's competed at 130, 135, and 140. Now, Leonard Ellaby, Mayweather Promotions CEO, he stated that, it's too short a notice to put up big money to have a big name step in and replace Rolly Romero on short notice, okay? Most notably, Devin Haney. We know Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn, who co-promotes with DHP, Devin Haney Promotions, and Devin Haney fights on DAZN, but he's a network and promotional free agent. He can go as he so chooses. Eddie Hearn, who co-promotes with Devin Haney, he stated that Devin Haney was more than willing to step in for Rolando Rolly Romero, and it was about 5 to 6 week notice, okay? But Leonard Ellaby, he stated that just wasn't a smart, that just wouldn't be a smart move, and that they just didn't have the funds to put up the necessary purse, because right behind Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney is the next highest grosser junior welterweight on down. So where would they come up with the money to pay Devin Haney's purse and pay for this event? Well, it's called pay-per-view, so the fans are going to pay for it, okay? And the promoter's job is to pay for it. So with that said, they went with Isaac Cruz. Again, he has the pick of the litter because he fights at 130, 135, and 140. So there's big names at 140 like the Rougarou, Regis Prograis, former IBF junior welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, who was campaigning for an opportunity to fight Devin Haney. He stated that he would love to step in for Rolando Rolly Romero. He's a network and promotional free agent. He could fight where he so chooses, and he's not going to break bank, okay? He's not going to break bank like maybe, let's say, Devin Haney would. So like a Devin Haney would demand a very high purse. And not to mention, like Leonard Ellaby stated, these guys fighting Gervonta Tank Davis are going to ask for the highest purse of their careers to fight Gervonta Tank Davis because he represents the biggest payday and he represents the cash cow, okay? So with that said, everybody wanted to see, regardless, because Gervonta Tank Davis is sold as if regardless of who you put in the ring with him and who you put in front of him, he's going to sell. He's going to still be a major draw. Now, we saw the Staples Center was indeed sold out, okay? And so that's how he's perceived. It doesn't matter who you put in front of him, he's going to sell. He's going to be a draw. Well, now, after the fight, you have a few weeks that have passed, and everybody's interested to see the numbers. And now you have Showtime exec Steven Espinosa stating that they are not going to release the numbers, the official numbers of Gervonta Tank Davis and Isaac Pitbull Cruz. And now that has caused fans and media, to get wary and start to question how well did this fight do, okay? Because now the fans and the media, they're starting to question, did he actually sell? Was he a major draw? Why? Simply because we know that if this fight did 1 million pay-per-views, okay, we know that they will scream to the heavens that how many pay-per-views he's selling, okay? They will want to immediately take to social media or anywhere else to brag about the numbers of Gervonta Tank Davis, okay, if it was indeed a success. So that gets people questioning. And then we started to see numbers start to surface, whether they be official or unofficial, that starts to indicate that it just simply didn't live up to the billing of the hype of Gervonta Tank Davis, okay, how he's perceived. And so you had Steven Espinosa, Showtime exec, he had this to say regarding the numbers that were coming out, because people were saying that it did less than 100,000 pay-per-view buys, it did 90,000 pay-per-view buys. And so Steven Espinosa, he stated that it did more than that electronically. But Steven Espinosa, he had this to say, quote, the reason that the networks don't share their business and won't be sharing their business is the same reason that streamers almost never share their viewership numbers and promoters rarely share full fighters' pay, okay, meaning the purse. So he's talking about Eddie Hearn and DAZN not releasing their numbers, okay? He said, not all business results are meant for public disclosure, particularly when it relates to individuals' pay. He said, did I not say this thing when boxing fans debated pay-per-view numbers and fighters' pay? Corporate independent contracts, which boxers are protected by non-disclosure agreements, private business, and not public adults for fans. So he's saying that it should not, and it will not be public record for the fans what Gervonta Tank Davis' purse was or what the actual pay-per-view numbers done. So now we have Floyd Mayweather. He's responding to the lack thereof pay-per-view numbers. And obviously he's not going to say if it did well or did not do well, but Floyd Mayweather compared his pay-per-view numbers to Gervonta Tank Davis possible potential pay-per-views, and he stated that it was nearly impossible for Gervonta Tank Davis to come close or even break his records because you have so many people illegally streaming these pay-per-views, which I 1000% agree with Floyd Mayweather. I stated this is my reasoning for just release Gervonta Tank Davis pay-per-view numbers. There's no need to hold them close to your chest because we know today's time, even if we did 100,000 pay-per-views, okay, I would love to see how many illegal streams there were that illegal streamed it. We know with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury first fight, they released that there were almost 20 million illegal streams for that fight that did 850,000 pay-per-views. So imagine if just 0.1%, a million of those people actually, imagine if just 1 million of the 20 million illegal people bought their pay-per-view. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury would have did 1.8 million pay-per-views. That's an enormous number, okay? But just like Floyd Mayweather stated, with all of the people illegally streaming these pay-per-views, it's almost impossible for them to do spectacular numbers. So therefore, in my opinion, it's no reason for them to hold it close to their chest, because just like they could show us the actual pay-per-view numbers, they could, I'm sure they can give us an idea of just how many people illegally streamed Gervonta Tank Davis and Isaac Pitbull Cruz fight. So therefore, I don't think that there's a reason to, to feel that it shouldn't be disclosed or hide anything. Keep it close to chest and keep it private, because regardless if it underwhelmed or overwhelmed, okay, I just simply believe that today's climate is nearly impossible, even if you were Floyd Mayweather. Now, we know Floyd Mayweather still did 1 million pay-per-views with Logan Paul, but I could just imagine how many people illegally streamed Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul and how many numbers it would have actually done if that wasn't the case, okay? So Floyd Mayweather is 1,000% correct, so I don't hold this against Gervonta Tank Davis. I don't hold him accountable, because today's time people know how to watch these things without paying. Now, I know people say it also plays a major part that you're not putting the biggest names in with Gervonta Tank Davis, but even if you put Gervonta Tank Davis in the ring with Canelo Alvarez, okay, let's say it did 1 million pay-per-views, you're going to get 30 million people that illegally stream the fight. So it's never going to live up to its actual billing and actual success that it should do, because people found a way to maneuver around it. So Floyd Mayweather says that, it's just simply, not the case. Is not going to succeed like he did. And like I said, he came at the perfect time. He caught lightning in a bottle, and it'll never be duplicated because of the climate in today's time and the access of people being able to find ways to illegally stream these pay-per-view events. Yes, having Gervonta Tank Davis in there with a bigger name would garner more regular pay-per-views, okay? It would garner more hardcore and casual fans to legally buy the pay-per-views, for sure. No doubt about it. But at the same token, it's going to be an overwhelming, whopping a number that's going to illegally stream Gervonta Tank Davis's pay-per-views. But I do want to see Gervonta Tank Davis in with better opposition. Isaac Pitbull Cruz, he, in my opinion, he overachieved in the fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. People were stating that he lost because you're not used to seeing Gervonta Tank Davis go 12 rounds without visibly hurting, knocking down his opponent or knocking out his opponent. And Isaac Cruz, he did very well, but I thought Gervonta Tank Davis clearly won the fight. I thought it wasn't even close. I thought it was 9 rounds to 3, at the least 8 rounds to 4 in favor of Gervonta Tank Davis. So if he rematched Isaac Pitbull Cruz, I think that he would stop Isaac Pitbull Cruz. So let's see how this plays out moving forward. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Wow.